It's Sunday Night League time. It's Monday, and you know what that means. It's the SNL Formula X round number 10 of season 3. This is the last round of the season. It is flown by. It was July when we started, and now it is dark October. I hope you're warm and cozy. Don't worry though, because Formula X is about to get lively. So, going into the final round of the season, we have had 5 different winners this season, and the man that has won 5 of the races and is our only multiple winner is the man that has won the championship with 1 round to spare. It is Matt Psycho. He will start at the back there in his Williams in 13th. There he is in his Williams. He has got 166 points. And the gap between him and Wolfbane, who is in 2nd place, is 36 points. So Wolfbane, 36 points behind Matt Psycho. He's got 130 points, currently in 2nd for McLaren. In 3rd place, we have got Daz, who is also in McLaren with 124 points. We've got in 4th place Jam with 113 points in his Alpine. 5th, we have got Supra, who has got 108 points for Ferrari. Also on 108 points is Cthulhu. On 108, as I say, for Red Bull, the defending champion, so he will be relinquishing his title to Matt Psycho. He's fought hard this season, but just not had quite the luck this season. 7th is Digital Blasphemy, who's not here at Suzuka. 8th is Jacques Jaja for Williams with 68 points. 9th is Alexis Maximus for Mercedes with 60 points. 10th is Guesty, who is guesting again for Mercedes with 60 points as well. So both Mercedes drivers on 60 points. A battle there for the final race. Paleshi is in 11th with 59 points, a very tight table. Noxie is in 12th with 49 points. Unfortunately, he's unable to attend this race. Then we have got Cinemod, who is in 13th place with 45 points. GT Racer has also got 45 points for Red Bull. Starts on the pole tonight. Then we have Bunnies, who made his debut a few races ago for Aston Martin with 27 points. Tiger has got 25. Pat has 18. Jim has 3 points. Digweed has 2. And Dawes has 0 points. So very tight in the standings. Let's go to the Teams Championship. It's incredibly tight. McLaren have 227 points in the lead. Williams are 2nd with 226. There is 1 point between 1st and 2nd. 3rd place is Ferrari on 179. Alpine have 161. Mercedes have 156. Red Bull have 152. And Aston Martin have 97. So it's all very tight along the Teams Championship. So let's have a look at the grid for this evening's race. Good evening, Wolfbane. Good evening, Sarlek, and good evening, Daz. Let's have a look at the grid. The tyre information for you all tonight is that Michelin runners have got the super soft and the hard options on the tyres. The Bridgestone runners, that are Alpine, Ferrari, Red Bull and McLaren, have the super softs and the softs. So we look at the grid. We've got GT Racer in pole. Jacques Jajar makes a family affair on the front row, both on super softs. Then Bunny's in 3rd on the hards. 4th is Paleshi. Then Alexis in 5th. 6th is Guesty. 7th is Cthulhu. 8th is Cinemod. 9th is Jam. 10th is Wolfbane. Supra is in 11th. 12th is Daz. And 13th place, as we saw on the grid, is the new champion, Matt Psycho. So he is on hards, so is Bunny at Bunnies, and so is Guesty. So we are ready to go here at Suzuka. So without further ado, let's have a look. Do we get a brand new winner tonight, or will one of our previous winners come back to finish the season where they want to leave it off. So GT Racer starts on pole here at Suzuka, in front of the Japanese fans. A great track in the past for Red Bull. The revs go high. And it goes. So great start actually by Jacques Chachard. He may have the run on GT Racer going into turn 1. It's side by side. No, GT Racer takes the lead. Paleshi in third, but in fourth place is Alexis Maximus on his super soft tyres. Cthulhu's had a great start as well. Bunnies has dropped down to 6th. Jam is in 7th. 8th is Cinnamon. 9th is Wolfman. 10th is Guesty on those hard tyres. But Matt Psycho on the hards is up to 11th. He's got Super behind and Daz in first. So up front we've got GT Racer and Jacques Chachard, but we've got a big fight going on. Paleshi in third, 4th and 5th, and we have a fight going on between 6th and 7th. Jam is up into 6th now. 5th is Cthulhu. So Cthulhu up in 5th place as well. He is showing that there's still fight in the defending champion. 8th is Cinnamon, 9th is Wolfbane. Wolfbane up the inside of Guesty though. Guesty having a look on those hard tyres, going to Spoon for the first time. Wolfbane had a fantastic race here last season, nearly won it against Paleshi. Gets a bit of a slide at the front though. We've got GT Racer still leading, so we head into 130R. Flat out in these cars. Sparks fly. As we go into the casino chicane, Paleshi's having a little look at Jacques Chachard, but Jacques Chachard gets a nice exit, and Paleshi's under pressure now from Alexis Maximus. In the background we've got Cthulhu, who's got Jam right behind him in the Alpine. So Cthulhu, these two fought for the championship last season. Unfortunately, haven't been able to fight for the championship really this season, but GT Racer leading for Red Bull as you go through the S's. The section is such a lovely flowing section in these cars. Paleshi in his Michael Schumacher inspired helmet, setting purples, but they all do on this second lap. Tulu, Jam, Wolfbane, Supra. Let's see what's happened. If any of the other cars come into the pits that were on the hards. Cinnamod's down in 11th place, so the other Alpine not having great time of it. Bunnies is in 12th and 13th is Guesty, so that hard tyres are falling to the back. But at the front we've got GT Racer leading the pack. Chachard in second. Third is Paleshi there. It's right on board with Paleshi. Going through here, so it's out of Spoon. We see GT Racer just having a bit of a wiggle. So we're on board with the Ferrari driver. He won this race last season. He's going to have a look at Jacques Chachard. In fact, it's more than a look. He's passed. As we go into 130R, he has the corner. He takes the second place away from Jacques Chachard, who's under pressure now from Alexis, who's having a go. Alexis has a brilliant move. Well done, Alexis, into the chicane. So Jacques Chachard and Jacques Chachard has lost his place to Cthulhu. Jacques Chachard has lost his place to Cthulhu. You say that quickly. I dare you. Have a go, listener. Jam is in 6th, so the top 6 very close together. So Cthulhu in 4th place, but his teammate leads the race, GT Racer. So Jokas will be looking at this. He's had a nice holiday this weekend, Jokas. Hope you enjoyed it, Jokas. The mountains looked beautiful. GT Racer showing that Red Bulls do give you wins. Got Paleshi in 3rd, 4th. Third is Alexis. 4th is Cthulhu, who's got Jacques Chachard having a look. As we look at the pack now, so Jam is there, Wolfbane is in 7th, Supra's up into 8th as well. So a massive pack of drivers. The top 8, although the top 2 may be pulling away from the rest of the field. If we look from Alexis, we can see everybody else coming through Spoon. So let's watch Jam. This is where Jacques Chachard lost the position to Cthulhu. And it looks like, there we go, Jam is up the inside at 130R. does a similar move to Cthulhu. Gets the move done. Jacques Jajar has a look. Oh, there's a little touch actually behind Wolfbane. What happened there? Let's just go on board. It looked to be a little bit of contact, so we're on board with Wolfbane going into the chicane, and he just carries too much speed and does tap Jacques Jajar, but holds back. Not to gain an unfair advantage, but will he get round the outside? No, Jacques Jajar stays on the inside. He's defending well against the McLaren. I think it's Williams' teammate. Matt Psycho has gone into the pits. Supra has made a lovely move up the inside of Jacques Jajar. Let's just have a quick look at that. Let's get confirmation. There he is, Matt Psycho in 10th place in the pits on the hards. And Supra just squeezes his way past. Good evening, Mika. Team principal of Alpine is in the house. So Cinemod is in 10th for Alpine. 9th is Daz, not moving up the field as he would wish, actually. His teammate is up there in 6th place, fighting his car. But in the lead, GT Racer holds it from Paleshi. Cthulhu now up into 3rd, so Alexis has lost a couple of positions. And Cthulhu is in 3rd. He's got Jam stalking him behind. Take a drink. These two fought for the championship last season, as I say. Jam came 2nd at Brazil. Cthulhu has had a lot of podiums this season, just not had the wins. The wins have deserted him this season. Been driving well though for Red Bull. Wolfbane in 6th place, so he's there just behind Alexis Maximus on the 4th lap. 35 laps here. Where is Matt Psycho? He's behind Guesty. Guesty's still on the hard tyres. So Matt Psycho now on the super softs. So he's done 3 laps on those hard tyres and he's running away. Bunny's on the hards. He's a fair bit away from everybody else though, as GT Racer enters the 5th lap. He's got Paleshi right behind him. And Cthulhu. Let's go on board with SNL Jam. Through the S's, you can see the Ferrari and the Red Bull up ahead. And Cthulhu just a little bit slower through the section maybe. So Jam having a look. As we can see, Paleshi getting very close to GT Racer, actually going through the Degner curbs. In fact, there's Alexis catching Jam. Not quite. Had a poor lap on the last lap, we see. 1:34.3 by Jam, fastest of everybody. Wolfbane did a 35.1. He's on the soft tyres, so is Jam. And GT Racer on the supers, but he's got Paleshi, who's also on the supers, right behind him, coming out of Spoon. This is the run down to 130R. If you can get a run on the car in front, it really helps you make the move through 130R. In these cars, it's flat, but oh, you can see Jam having a look at Cthulhu, but Cthulhu defending the position, showing why he's the outgoing champion. You don't get past him easily. Jam in 4th place. He's got Alexis there, and as you see up ahead, Paleshi having a go at GT Racer. Can he do it into turn 1? Oh, GT Racer touched the grass because he's trying to avoid Paleshi, but Paleshi takes the lead. Going into turn 1, Paleshi in the Ferrari. He won this race last season in the Williams. He's now ahead for Ferrari. Gasman will be looking at this and thinking, yes, that's the guy I signed. This is the race winner. 3 times he won a race last season. So far, best result this season is 4th place a couple of times. GT Racer now has got his teammate behind him. I wonder if there'll be some team tactics now, because Cthulhu is being pressured by SNL Jam. And look at this pack now. Jam in 4th, Alexis 5th, Wolfbane 6th, 7th is Supra, 9th is 8th is Daz, 9th is Jacques Jajar, who's falling back a little bit. We saw the back end of a little bit of a moment as Paleshi leads this race. If you're thinking, where's the champion? Where is Matt Psycho? He is in 11th. He's pitted early, got rid of his hard tyres. He's now on the super soft. Runners have to use the hards. But the Bridgestone runners have got the super softs and the softs available to them. It changes the strategies up. You have to do different things with the tyres. But Paleshi showing us why he's a 3-time race winner. Luck is a thing that varies, class doesn't, but here is Cthulhu having a look at his teammate now. So GT Racer defending, oh, Cthulhu goes very wide, trying to avoid his teammate, but gets us into second. So now GT Racer, where is Jam? Jam has lost positions. What has happened to Jam? Jam was up there in 4th place. Don't know what's happened to Jam. He's lost some positions. Down in 6th now. Wolfbane in 5th. Alexis now 4th. So Alexis will be next for GT Racer. So that shows you how tight it is. Jam has lost some positions. He did 38.6 and he's under attack from Supra. So must have been a mistake there. He's lost 3 seconds on the lap before. As Super is there in 7th. 8th place is Daz, so Daz is still there. I said he wasn't making progress as he'd wish, but he's still up there in 8th place. He is just 9 seconds off the lead, so he's there or thereabouts, is Daz. So he's in 8th place, early stages of this race, so everybody is still in play here. Cthulhu setting his personal best in the 2nd sector. As well, he's fighting the car, goes a bit deep, but not as deep as the teammate who's now under pressure from Wolfbane in the McLaren. So Wolfbane looking all over the back of GT Racer. Here he is. Can he make a move into Spoon? It'll be a brave move into Spoon. No, he can't make it through Spoon. Alexis in 5th though. Alexis might even get a run on Wolfbane. As Wolfbane lines up GT Racer. Going for the move up the inside of 130. Oh, they touch it again. Tries to... Oh, and Alexis has made the move as well. Oh, no, and Alexis, there's carnage. There's carnage. What happened here? Let's go on board with Alexis. Let's see. So we see the move up ahead. So Wolfbane and then GT Racer has to back out of it. He loses the position. Then Alexis just leaves his braking too late. And he knocks Wolfbane off. And Alexis is there. There's Jam. So he gets checked by Wolfbane. So Jam is in the mix. And then what happened there to Alexis? Sorry, viewer. I was looking down. So let's just have a quick check. I was looking down just to check my keyboard. And I missed it. So what happened there? Oh, it looks like Alexis was just trying to get around the outside. I don't actually know what happened. We'll have a look on the outboard just to see. So here's Alexis. There goes Jam. So then Alexis just on the outside. Yep, just runs wide. I don't think there was any contact, but there's Paleshi and Cthulhu. So they've managed to get a gap now. The top two. So Cthulhu and Paleshi have got a big gap to GT Racer. It's about 4 or 5 seconds now. So that bit of chaos has allowed a gap to develop. GT Racer now in 4th, Wolfbane 4th, 5th is Jam, 6th, as I say, Daz will be looking at this. The lap before, he was nowhere in comparison. He's now looking at 3rd place as a realistic attempt. I said it was early on, so look at this, 138 from Jam, the past 2 laps. So this is looking tasty as Jam goes up the inside and he's managed to get past, I think, and Daz has gone off. What on earth is happening back here? Oh my word, what on earth is this? So, here we go. So, Daz just loses control and I think, GT Racer? What on earth is happening here? GT Racer looks like he's having issues. So GT Racer goes onto the grass. car loses it. He spins, and I think... Oh! Yes. There's a bit of a mess there. Oh dear. Hopefully everybody is readdressing. And look who is getting up there. Matt Psycho is up now into 9th place with all that chaos happening. And Super has gone off. Super's suffering damage. So he's got damage in those incidents. So Jacques Chazard now up into 6th place. And we've got Jam in 3rd place. And Jam's gone off. And Jam's off. What is happening here? Everybody is... I think everybody's forgotten how to drive. What on earth is happening here? It's the last race of the season. Jam comes now into the pits. He's got damage. Jacques Chazard is in. Absolute chaos. Can anybody explain it? Wolfbane says, well, that explains Matt's sudden teleporting. There's a yellow flag up ahead. Is that... That's Bunny's off in the gravel. Paleshi in the lead then. So the chaos on lap number 8 of this race has seen Paleshi has gained a lot of time as well. He's got a big gap. Now, from Cthulhu, Wolfbane is in 3rd. 4th is Alexis, who had a 1:39 on the previous lap, a 1:43. So we've had an absolute carnage. On the 8th lap, Supra a 1:44. That shows the incidents he's had. Oh, there's Bunnies on the inside. And Matt quietly going on a 1:36. Oh my, this was a messy couple of laps. It was Wolfbane. I've not seen such a messy couple of laps in all my commentary. Honestly, people, we do know how to race in Sunday Night League. That was maybe not the best example of it, because everybody was off. So Jacques Chazard is in 8th. 9th is Jam after his pit stop and he's off. So he did a 2:09 on his last lap. He's not got the fastest lap of the race either right now. Got Cinnamod in a 2:09 as well on his previous lap, so he's pitted. Then we've got GT Racer 2:25, so that shows the issues GT Racer had, but Wolfbane is now in the pits. And so is Alexis in the Mercedes. So, Paleshi leading this race on lap number 10. He's on the super soft tyres. Leading the race. He's got a nice gap to Cthulhu. About a second or two? 2 seconds maybe? There's just enough space, just enough breathing room for Paleshi. Then we've got Supra, who has got no breathing room right now, from Matt Psycho. Let's go on board with our new champion, Matt Psycho. So in 4th place now, he's got Supra ahead. Supra won at Le Mans. Oh, and a big slide from Supra. Can he keep hold of it? No, he can't. He is now dropped a position. Supra has dropped down to 4th. Matt Psycho is now into 3rd. Matt Psycho will be wondering what on earth is happening in this race. I pit on lap number 3, and everybody who's on their 10th lap on their tyres isn't looking so good. Maybe this is the best strategy to be on. Early pit stop on the hards and just drive to this point. So Paleshi is leading this race on lap number 10, coming out of the corner. He doesn't choose to pit, neither does... Oh, Cthulhu does! A late dive by Cthulhu. His super soft tyres looking a bit more worn than Paleshi's. Matt Psycho's look pretty fresh. Super in 4th. Jacques Chazard in 5th. So, as it stands, looking very strong for Williams right now. As Jam says, I've done this move before on you, Jacques Chazard. I'm going to do it again. He jumps up into 5th place now, so Jacques Chazard down to 6th. In a very strong position though. And he hasn't done a pit stop. So it's looking good for Williams in their fight with McLaren right now. 1 point between the two teams. And Wolfbane is in 6th. I can't find Daz. Where is Daz? He's in 10th. He's behind Cinnamod. He's on his soft tyres. So Daz, he's not won a race this season. He's had the pace. Guesty is in 11th right now. GT Racer now down in 12th place. And 13th is Bunnies, who's had... He had a 3:24. Oh, Bunnies finding the gravel again. So... avoid that embarrassment for Bunnies. As Paleshi comes round, he's going to have to stop this lap. He's trying to get a bit of a toe from Bunnies. He keeps out of the way. So Paleshi on lap number 11 looks like he's ready to do a pit stop. So is he doing 11 laps on the super soft tyres and maybe 12 laps on the softs? Let's see what he does. Paleshi into the pits. That means, oh no, Matt Psycho will have to stop this lap as well. I was going to say Matt Psycho will take the lead, but he won't. So Supra has got a nice tank of fuel, but his soft tyres are looking a bit worn. But he's doing 12 laps on his softs. So Supra comes and is doing a long run then, 12 laps. So we saw drivers coming in on lap 8, lap 9, lap 10, all the way up to lap 12. So we've got different things happening. Zhao in second. Does he stay second? Yes, he does. As we got Wolfbane, he's having to defend against Jacques Chazard. Does the job. Jacques Chazard in 4th. 5th is Cthulhu. So Paleshi. Let's see if we can go on board with Paleshi as he comes out the pits. Paleshi was in 3rd. And then look at the inside. There are the 3 cars passing him. Going into turn 1, he's got Cthulhu, Jacques Chazard and Wolfbane right ahead of him. So Paleshi comes out of the pits down into 6th place now. So the previous race winner here and the race leader is down to 6th as the shuffle of the pit stops happens. So Alexis in 7th, Matt Psycho in 8th, Daz in 9th, Cinemod is in 10th in his Alpine, Guesty is in 11th in his Mercedes, 12th is GT Racer and 13th is Bunnies. But in the lead, Supra for Ferrari, leading the race. He does have to stop on this next lap, so that would mean that Jam, who's about 13 seconds behind, Supra will inherit the lead. He's got half a tank of fuel, and he's got a couple of second lead in front of Wolfbane. So Supra. Confirmation then that we have got different strategies going on. This must be a 2-stopper for Supra. 12 laps, 11. Softs on this, so you probably do maybe another soft stint. Let's see. Supra goes in, as I think in the background we see all Jam on Super Soft set the fastest lap of the race, a 1:33.3, setting the fastest lap. So he takes the lead. He's got Wolfbane behind on a 1:34.2, so Jam nearly second quicker than Wolfbane. Cthulhu fighting Jacques Chazard. Jacques Chazard having a great race so far. On those super soft tyres. We've got Cthulhu in front. And Paleshi there in 5th place. The man that was leading, he went long though on his stop. He's gone for the soft tyres this time. So he's gone for the softs. So he can go longer, probably 12 laps, as I say. Alexis in 6th, with Matt Psycho right behind him. So Matt Psycho he's on the super softs again, so he did 1:32.7. That was an out lap though, so that would be a bit quicker. But Daz in 8th place in his McLaren. So again, McLaren 2nd and 8th. But Jacques Chazard is 4th and Matt Psycho is 7th. So it's going to be very tight as it stands between Williams and McLaren in the championship standings. So Matt Psycho's having a look at the Mercedes of Alexis. Now he'll be cursing the lack of power in that Williams going up the hill, but he then will make a move possibly into the chicane. Wow, will he make the move round the outside? Keeps it there. Alexis knows he's there. Alexis touches a bit on the grass on the exit, and Matt Psycho, what a move from Matt Psycho. Well done, sir. Fantastic move into the chicane, but he's got Alexis looking up at him round the outside into turn 1. No, Matt Psycho says you will not have that. I am the champion, and I will show you why. And he takes the S's, so the Williams will be good round the S's, I think. Judging by how well it went in the midfield at Interlagos. So, Matt Psycho doing very well. He's up into 6th place now. Currently leading for Alpine. It's a long time since we've been able to say this. Well, not actually. We have had leading Alpines recently. Jam leading. Johnny Helibert inspired helmet delivery. In 7th place. In 7th place. In 1st place. See, not used to being this high up. Not used to being this high up. Wolfbane in 2nd place for McLaren. So Wolfbane did a 1:34.3 on his last lap. 33.5 for Jam. Jam is just flying right now. Wolfbane doesn't look like he's got much in response. Katulu did the 34.6 as well. And Jacques Chajard is doing 36s. So he's keeping himself competitive. 35.5 on his last lap. So that's looking good for Jacques Chajard. 35.8 for Paleshi. So Paleshi is slower than Jacques Chajard. Jacques Chajard is in 4th. 6th is Matt Psycho, who's been, dare we say it, outperformed by his teammate here? I don't know. I don't know if Jacques Chajard has done his hard run yet. Well, he's currently 4th. Matt is 6th, so at the moment it is very tight between Williams and McLaren. At the moment, I think, as it stands, Williams would take the championship because Wolfbane gets 22 points. Oh, but Daz gets himself into 7th. Let's have a look what's happened here. So Daz has jumped up into 7th. Alexis has gone off at Degner 1 and 2. He's in the gravel. So Daz now up into 7th place. Got Mike Psycho ahead of him, so that might swing the balance of power back to McLaren in the title fight for the Constructors' Championship. As we say, 8 points between the top 2. So there is Alexis. He's now got Guesty following him. So Mercedes 8-9. Supra is in 10th, but Supra only pitted 3 laps ago. So don't worry too much, Ferrari fans, because that is a false position. As Jam starts his 16th lap to the 34.0. 34.6 by Wolfbane. So Jam is pulling away from Wolfbane. Just half a second at each lap. Gatulu 35.0. Gatulu having a strong race here, up into 3rd place. On lap 16. Paleshi in 5th. Jacques Chajard is now flashing with fuel. So he will be coming into the pits at the end of this lap. It'll be interesting to see where he comes in the shuffle. Paleshi will obviously overtake him. Matt Psycho will as well. So will Daz. And possibly Alexis. And maybe Guesty. But where will Supra be in relation to Jacques Chajard, who has got Paleshi, Supra's teammate, right behind him? Tracking racing with Alexis, says Matt Psycho. So Paleshi in 5th. We'll be looking at this. Alexis is in 8th right now. So Alexis was up there. He's had a poor lap on lap 15, 1:42. Dropped him down. That's when he went off at Degner 1 and 2. At the front though, Jam hitting those 134s. What does Wolfbane do in response? He's done a 135.2. And Jacques Chajard is in the pit for Williams. So in he comes. There goes the siren to tell everybody that the car is coming. They're all ready in their GT Sport gear. Jam leading for Alpine. Fuel light is flashing. Alpine had issues at Blue Moon Speedway with those fuel lights. So Jam will be pitting, I would expect, this lap. Wolfbane won't be pitting this lap. He's got more fuel than Jam, so that might explain the time difference. And then Cthulhu, 1:35.5. So Cthulhu's about the same pace, losing a little bit of time to Wolfbane, but not much. So third place for Cthulhu. Half a tank of fuel as well, so with Jam on Vapors, Wolfbane quarter of a tank, just under. And just under half for Cthulhu. And half with Peleshi, who's got a Psycho right behind him. Some interesting fuel. The fuel strategies here are completely different for everybody then. So Jam will be in the pits, I expect. Here is Matt Psycho. He's got the Ferrari up ahead. There's a blue flag, so there is Bunnies being lapped. So Jam is in the pits. As Matt Psycho... Oh, he had to think about it. He's put Peleshi off. Can he make the move? No, he can't. He can't get the exit. Matt Psycho did have a look at that, and it was enough to put Peleshi off. Peleshi defending against the wall. So we see Jam is in the pits. But Matt Psycho can't do anything. So Peleshi locks up though. Feeling the pressure from Matt Psycho. Let's go on board with Matt Psycho through the S's. We've got the Ferrari ahead of us with Peleshi. Just trying to put the pressure on Peleshi. Make sure that Peleshi knows he's there. It is tricky to overtake here. If you force the other cars to make a mistake as Peleshi runs a little bit wide. So Matt sees his opportunity. Will he have a dive up the inside? He goes around the outside. He goes around the outside. Let's go off board. We can see Peleshi is there. The marbles are not Matt Psycho's friend. The marbles not helping Matt Psycho at all. Through there, he's lost a bit of time. So we've got Daz in fifth. Sixth is Alexis, who has got Jam right behind him. So Jam won't want this. He's got Alexis right behind him, in front of him, who has got a fair bit of fuel as well. So Jam has filled up 3/4 of a tank. Wolfbane will be pitting this lap. So Wolfbane in the pits. Where will that feed him out? Cthulhu, second place, becomes first, and he's got a lot of fuel left in that Red Bull. So he's got at least 3 or 4 laps left to go. This is going to be interesting, I think, for Cthulhu. What will he be able to do? And Peleshi, second place, just under half a tank. He's got Matt Psycho right behind him. Matt Psycho's going to have to pit in the next couple of laps. But he's harassing Peleshi, keeping himself in it. Alexis has got Jam still behind him. Jam looking at this. Can't do anything into turn. Oh, Alexis has run wide though. And that helps Jam. Jam up into 4th place. So Alexis running wide helps Jam massively so. Jam now up into 4th. Where is Wolfbane? So Wolfbane is coming through the S's. He's got Supra behind him. So Supra is there in 7th place in the Ferrari. Looking strong. He's on a different strategy to those around him. So 7th place could quite easily become a top very soon as others make their pit stop. Shah in 8th, he did 1:34.5 on his last lap. As we see, Wolfbane is all over the back of Alexis. Can he make the move into Spoon? Be a brave move, as I say. But no, Wolfbane stays in 6th. He's got Alexis up there in 5th though, and he's got a nice run though on Alexis. Can he make the move into 1:30R? Let's see what happens. Matt Psycho is in the pits. He's pitting for Williams, and Wolfbane is making a move into 1:30R. There's a touch. There is a massive touch. But Alexis, how on earth did Alexis keep hold of that going into 1:30R? So on board with Alexis. There's the touch. There, he just keeps his foot in. He says, just keep and hope I stay on. Well done, Alexis. A little bit of archie-bargy happening as Alexis now goes into the pits, and Matt Psycho is sat there getting refueled. Cthulhu leads though. Quarter of a tank of fuel. Plenty of time for Cthulhu right now. On lap number 20. Paleshi is a couple of laps, or maybe a lap more fuel than Cthulhu right now. Second place though. He won here last year, as I say, so looking good for him. Third place is Jam. It's a little bit of a space. He's back into the 34s. So back into those 34s. It's a 38 for Paleshi on the last lap. So that's 4-second gap between Paleshi and Jam. That is huge difference between the two cars. It must have been a mistake from Paleshi because he was doing 36s before. Jam did a 36, that's possibly stuck behind a Lexus. As Wolfbane did a 34 too, so similar times between Jam and Wolfbane at the moment. So, good evening, Mama Sykes. Always enjoy these races. Ah, Mama Sykes, thank you so much for watching these. There's such a joy to racing, but also to watch. So, Jacques Jajar in 6th place. Supra locking up a little bit though, so Jacques Jajar gets blocked a little bit as Supra had a slower apex speed. And Jacques Jajar couldn't do much about it, but Jacques Jajar still ahead of Matt Psycho. Jacques Jajar's having an excellent race. Matt Psycho is in 7th place. He is on a different strategy to those around him. Everybody seems to be on different strategies though. I hope you're keeping up with them. I've done a poor job, I think, of telling you what's going on. There is Daz, 8th place. Very quiet race for Daz. He's been in 8th pretty much the whole race. Up into 6th at points, but a track he's done well at before in Formula X. He had a great result in Season 1. So I think he'd chalk this one off as a nice result, actually. He's currently in 8th. We'll see how he goes. Guesty's in 9th. Hi, Mama Psycho. She's saying hi, champ. Cthulhu leading the race. He is coming to the pits for this lap, so 14 laps to go. Does he split this into a 7? This will be interesting to see what he does. Paleshi goes through though, so Paleshi is leading the race now again. He will have to stop one more time. Jam will have to stop as well one more time. So Jam done a 33.8, a 35.7 from Paleshi. So Jam in 2nd, Wolfbane in 3rd, a 34.4. Supra is fighting with Jacques Jajar. Jacques Jajar is absolutely on fire at this race. He is attacking Supra and he's doing a great job at it. Supra knows he's there. So Supra a 36.6 and a 35.9 from Jacques Jajar. So Jacques Jajar is showing previous race winner Supra, look, I am good enough to win races. I've not had the best of luck in races so far this season, or in Formula X, but I am a top quality driver. And honestly, I think he is. I think he's very underrated. He's ahead of Matt Psycho, who's now at the hairpin with his teammate. So Jacques Jajar, unfortunately, this will be the last we see of Jacques Jajar for a little bit because of the time difference in South Africa. But Jacques Jajar, come back to us as soon as you can, because fantastic driver, always there, always turns up. And he's letting Matt Psycho, I think, go past. So he's saying, Matt, you have a go. It's a great bit of teamwork from Matt and Jacques Jajar. So Matt now has his chance to have a go at Supra. Will he do it into the chicane? Wow! How did he stop that? Brand new tyres, and he stopped it on a sixpence. Supra wouldn't have any clue that that was happening. And Matt Psycho is up into 4th, but he's got Supra having a go on his outside. But no, Matt Psycho shows him the outside as Brooke goes off. And that means Jacques Chachard gets himself into 5th. Fantastic driving from the two Williams boys. 4th and 5th. Jim will be pleased to see this. 4th and 5th for Williams right now. So again, the tide swings possibly to Williams now. As it stands, 20 points for Wolfbane, 18 for Matt Psycho, 15 for Jacques Chachard, 33 points then for Matt Psycho and Jacques Chachard, and only about 30 points. So it does swing, and as it stands, Matt Psycho and Jacques Chachard are doing enough for Williams to win the championship. As Paleshi, he's got nothing left in that Ferrari. As we see in the background, there is Jam. Jam has managed to catch up. 133.9. There's a 133.6. 136.3, sorry, from Paleshi. Paleshi 1% left on his fuel. He could not go any further. So, 12 laps to go. Another pair of softs. 12 laps, full tank of fuel. So Jam leads this race at 134.2 on his last lap. As Wolfbane did a 134.6, so the gap between the two, it's about 9 seconds between Jam and Wolfbane. Matt Psycho is in 3rd, 4th place is Jacques Chachard. Supra is in 5th, Cthulhu is in 6th after his pit stop, so that puts him in a strong position. He has got a full tank of fuel as well, so didn't split it off. I think he's going to the end of this race, which is a long way to go for Cthulhu. He's going to have to fuel save, I think, with that. So the tank of fuel around here, it's about 11 or 12 laps, I believe. He's going to have to fuel save, because we've got 12 laps to go now, and he's been out a couple of laps already, Cthulhu. Daz in 7th place then. So Daz climbing up, using all of the curb and a little bit more into Degger 1. That is fine. The cars are so fast through there. I mean, to make the judgment call there is hard. But he's ahead of Paleshi. He's now stopped. Paleshi will be looking at this and thinking, right, where do I feed in to everybody else? I've got a full tank of fuel. I've got super soft tyres on as well. It's a long way to go on those tyres. He's got to do it. He's got to do it on the super softs. He's got no choice. 9th place is Guesty. He's got soft. It's about a few more laps. He'll probably pit in maybe 2 or 3 laps time. Then we've got Cinnamod there in the other Alpine in 10th place. 136 is 135.1 is his fastest time. Alexis is in 11th. He's on the hards now. This is going to be painful for Alexis. He's on the hards. And Supra is in the pits. Supra is in. And so is Jacques Chachard. So Jacques Chachard is in the pits. In he comes. And he's coming out on softs. Oh, on hard tyres. So he's got a quarter of a tank on hards. So he didn't do his hard stint. So this must be a short little stint for Jacques Chachard. Maybe 3 laps, maybe for Jack. Go back to the front though, because we have Jam in the Alpine. He's leading the race. 134.1 on his last lap. Wolfbane 134.5. So again, Jam is slightly pulling away from Wolfbane. It's about a second off his fastest lap though. You can see the fuel starting to drop down. Comes through the Casio chicane, out to the final turn, down the home straight, so it's a second off his best time, 134.4. But can we see Wolfbane in the background? Wolfbane just gets into the home straight as Jam turns into turn 1. Matt Psycho is he's there or thereabouts. He's in 3rd place. He's just got under a quarter of a tank of fuel, so it's in a strong position. Got Cthulhu. Cthulhu's looking very strong. Cthulhu is in 4th, and I don't think he has to stop again. Daz, remember when I was saying Daz was having a quiet race? He's now into 5th. So Forget what I'm saying. Daz is in 5th. That shows you how close Formula X is. Because Daz was in 8th. He's now 5th. He's looking pretty strong now, if it stopped now. So, the live standings, as it goes, brings McLaren the title. Oh no, but Daz has run wide! I say that. Daz runs wide. Paleschi isn't close enough to benefit straight away from it. He runs a little bit wide, actually. Coming out of the S's, but he's right there. Daz will know he's there. Daz will be pushing hard. Paleschi's got the speed. Paleschi could have a move up the inside of the hairpin. Daz needs to defend it. He doesn't defend it, but Paleschi not close enough right now. So Jacques Chajard in 7th. So as I say, as it stands, Williams could just miss out on the championship now. Jam is in the pits. His final stop of the race. Wolfbane will take the lead then. So Wolfbane takes the lead from Jam. Matt Psycho gets himself into 2nd place. He's got only 1 lap of fuel left. So Jam is in the pits. There is the Alpine. Sat there. Cthulhu. This is what we say. Cthulhu, the dark horse right now. And he's ahead of Jam. So Jam is behind Cthulhu, who Cthulhu does not have to stop again. So Jam, but look at the fuel difference. Cthulhu has to stop. There's no way Cthulhu can do this. He's got too much fuel to save. 5th place, yep, Paleschi. 3/4 of a tank. Cthulhu in 3rd. I mean, I know Cthulhu's great with fuel, but there's been great with fuel, and then there's been with fuel. So Cthulhu in 3rd. He will feel the pressure coming from Jam, though. And he does! He feels it very much so! And loses the position. I didn't actually know that happened then. So Jam up into 3rd place. He's got to chase down Matt Psycho and Wolfbane. But both have nothing left in their tanks. There's a yellow flag waving. There's somebody pointing the wrong way. And quickly, it's Bunnies, who's on lap 24, so he's 3 laps down at the moment. Wolfbane in the pit. Matt Psycho has nothing left. Look at that. Absolute perfect pit stop. Time that to perfection. 0 fuel. The planet's champion, Matt Psycho, as well as Formula X Season 3 champion. But Jam leads this race. Does he start thinking about the win? He's got Cthulhu there, though, keeping him honest. Cthulhu is there. Jam won't know the fuel difference between the 2 drivers. So Cthulhu is there. He'll put pressure on Jam, with him being a champion as well. There's a flag waving. Paleschi 3rd. I don't understand the question mark, Mika. Matt Psycho said it wasn't. It was squeaky bum time. So he didn't time it to perfection. He was actually out of fuel. He didn't time it as well as it looked. So Matt Psycho absolutely pushing. 6th is Supra. 7th is Guesty. Guesty has... We've not seen Guesty most of the race, but he's up into 7th place. Driving that Mercedes. He's got Daz in 8th. Oh, Mika saying YouTube just went blank and showed an error. Okay, that's your end, Mika, I think. It's been a bit weird, social media today. Oh, a bit of a battle going on here. So, Alexis got overtaken, did he, by Cinemod. So, Alexis came out of the pits, saw Cinemod was coming, and Cinemod gets himself up into 10th place. So, Alexis's race has just... The second half has just fallen away for him. It's been a strange one. He was right up there at the start of the race. He's now down in 11th. It's the same with GT Racer, actually. GT Racer's beginning of the race, I think he'll say, first 10 laps, can we just do 10 laps in Formula X, please? That would be lovely. Bunny's in 13th. Bunny's is having one of those races where it's just not going right for him at all. But Jam, I daren't say anything because we've seen so much bad luck with Jam that I can't say it's going perfectly because it hasn't been perfect. There's been some mistakes. Cthulhu is still there. It's close enough for Jam to know he's there. 35.8 for Cthulhu, 35.3 for Jam. So Jam had a slow lap actually, about 2 seconds off as he got stuck behind GT Racer, possibly. So Red Bull sandwich for Jam right now. GT Racer, Jam is there. So let's see if GT sees him. He does. Nice, clean let by GT Racer. Cthulhu in second. Wolfbane is in third place right now as well. So the gap between Wolfbane and Cthulhu is about 7 seconds. There's about 3 seconds between Jam and Cthulhu. So we saw that before the pit stops. It was about 10 seconds between Jam and Wolfbane. So they're matching times. So 34.5 there for Jam. So 36.4 for Cthulhu. So Cthulhu is falling into the grasp of Wolfbane. Fourth place is Paleshi. Paleshi has got fourth. Matt Psycho is there with his super soft tyres, a lot fresher than Paleshi's. Will he make a move through the S's? I was going to say that would be audacious. But he is in fifth place. He's having to back off. You can see the trouble with the turbulence behind these Formula X cars in the corners is demonstrated there by Matt Psycho. Sixth place is Supra, so fourth and sixth for Ferrari. So they've got a little battle on with Alpine. I think that's enough for them to keep third place. Guesty in seventh. Daz back in eighth place again. Ninth is Jacques Chajal. Matt Psycho saying them bloody Ferraris. Were you a little bit fed up with seeing the back end of a Ferrari? There it is. Shall we go? You know what? We've been on board with Matt Psycho quite a bit. There is the back end of the Ferrari for Matt Psycho to enjoy. Going through 130 yards. Paleshi looks up the inside. Oh, yellow flag is happening, but we've passed that now. Paleshi defends the inside. Matt Psycho has nowhere to go. Has to hold back. So Paleshi defending fantastically as Bunnies goes into the pits. Wolfbane saying the Ferraris are absolute rockets. So that's some great team principling by Gasman. He's used that development tree. There will be the development tree reveal during the week as well, just like season 2. So all the team principals will be able to see what their other team principals has done. So you'll be able to compare power and weights, get all a bit geeky and nerdy if you want. But here we have Paleshi defending against Matt Psycho. Paleshi really knows that Matt Psycho's there. He is having an absolute fight right now. We've got 5 laps to go, including this one. So Paleshi defending through the hairpin. Jam is still first. Got a 6-second lead to Cthulhu, who's falling back to Wolfbane. Wolfbane having to get out of the throttle though. He caught up into the spoon a little bit hard. And there we have Paleshi. Go get him, says Mama Sykes. There's her boy. Absolutely on it. He is wanting that position from Paleshi. Can Paleshi hold him off? Matt Psycho is going for a move. No! Again, we saw this earlier in the race. Going and making sure Paleshi knows he's there. Let's have a look. Wolfbane and Cthulhu. Wolfbane has got past Cthulhu. Out of the chicane. Let's have a look then. Was it a good move out of the chicane? So Wolfbane all over the back of Cthulhu, through 130R into the chicane, the casino chicane, out of the final corner. And Wolfbane just gets tucked up nicely, can catapult himself out of the corner and gets himself into second place. Can he catch up Jam? As we say in the background, we can see Paleshi defending from Matt Psycho. So Jam just calmly driving round 134s, just keeping it there. He's got a 10-second lead from Wolfbane, so just keeping it there, keeping Wolfbane at arm's length. Matt Psycho responded to Wolfbane saying those McLarens are rocket ships. Cthulhu is third place though, he's still there, so Champion's Drive is going out of his defence of his title. He's getting a Champion's Drive here. He's really showing us what he can do. I said, how could he keep going with that fuel? He's got a quarter of a tank, ladies and gentlemen. He's got a quarter of a tank left. He's going to get to the end of this race on that tank of fuel. And Matt Psycho has got past Paleshi. Let's have a look at what happened here then. Matt Psycho has got Paleshi in front through Degner 1, Degner 2. Paleshi has got a little bit wide on the curve, and Matt Psycho, fantastic little move. Kept it on the grey stuff. Gets himself into fourth place. Fantastic move from Matt Psycho. Wolfbane saying true, but not as bad as the Ferraris, saying the rocket ship comment of Matt Psycho, who is now fourth. He's got the rocket ship of the Ferrari behind him. Paleshi will have a look into Spoon. It's a brave move through there. Be interested to see if anybody did manage to get a move through Spoon. I know in Season 2, Guesty did it. I do remember that. When Guesty was in his Aston Martin, he managed to make a move through Spoon on the outside on the last lap, I think, on the Lexus. That was an awesome move, I do remember that. So different things pop into your brain sometimes. It was just round the outside here, we just went, I'll have that, bye. Just drove around the outside. They're teammates today, though. But it's not looking so great for Alexis. He's down in 10th place, setting best lap times. You got me on the entrance at the start, I believe. Okay, that must be Wolfbane talking to Matt Psycho about the start of the race. So, 3 laps to go for Jam. Nice and calm. Nice little Sunday evening drive for Jam. 1:34.2 on his last lap. 33.8, so actually Wolfbane taking some time out, but Wolfbane's got Cthulhu. Oh, no, we've seen that. Getting excited over Wolfbane getting past Cthulhu. We saw that going through the straight. So you saw Jam coming out of the hairpin. So there's Jam up ahead. That's what 10 seconds looks like in Formula X. So you can see the other car. Matt Psycho has got Cthulhu. What on earth has happened here? Cthulhu's run right at Degner 1, Degner 2. Matt Psycho's just gone, oh, I have another place there, thank you very much. Daz is saying I seem to have bookended my season with mediocre races. He's in 7th place. Daz, some people would kill for a 7th. But yes, I know what you mean. He had a run of 5 podiums, I think, on track mid-season, did Daz. 7th place is not where he expects to be. Matt Psycho, though, will be licking his lips. He's in 3rd place, and he's had those positions pretty much gifted to him by Cthulhu and Paleshi. Cthulhu more so than Paleshi, maybe, if I'm being a bit harsh. Apologies, Cthulhu. But Cthulhu defending, Paleshi deciding, I'll use everything and a bit more. Can he get up the inside of Cthulhu? Yes, he does. He gives Cthulhu no choice but to sacrifice the position. So Cthulhu now in 5th place. Those tyres are looking very worn now, as Cthulhu looks to try and use a catapult of the slipstream. Can't do anything about it. 2 laps to go for everybody at the front. Guesty is in 6th place. Daz in 7th. 1:34.7. So the time is there, Daz. The times were there. Just little errors, I suppose. Oh, that's harsh. Matt Psycho. Is that my commentary? Or is that Daz's commentary? I suspect it's my commentary. I apologise if I'm a bit harsh. But, you know, truth. Wolfbane overtaking Cinnamod. Cinnamod getting out of it in the hairpin. A little bit of a gap actually has opened up between Wolfbane and Jam. Yours. Oh. Sometimes the truth hurts. As we go into the final lap here at Suzuka, so Jam is leading for Alpine. He has got, let's have a look. He's got quite a lead actually, about 11-second lead on Wolfbane. The McLaren driver. Third place is Matt Psycho, so 2 cars in between Matt Psycho and Wolfbane now. Paleshi in 4th. 5th is Cthulhu. It's just gone. He's done well, Cthulhu, to get that fuel to the end. I didn't think it was possible, but he's going to make it. Let's make it. Oh, I say that, he's just run wide. Those tyres are looking very worn out. Suzuka is deceptive. Suzuka is very harsh on tyre wear. And having super softs and softs as your tyres is not particularly good. As you see, the super softs of Guesty looking pretty worn. Daz in 7th place. 8th is Supra. So Supra's race is now in 8th. Was up there at points. The strategy just gone a little bit awry, for Supra. Jacques Chajard 9th. He was up there in the race. And 10th is Alexis Maximus. But coming out of the final chicane, will he remember what to do when you win a race? Not really. SNL Jam. First win for SNL Jam in Formula X. A first win for Alpine for such a long time. Wolfbane, 2nd for McLaren. 3rd place is Matt Psycho. Fantastic drive from Matt Psycho. 4th place is Paleshi. 4th for fantastic drive for Paleshi. 5th place is Cthulhu, who's gone into the pits. Well, I don't know what type of... That's a Michael Schumacher finish. Oh! Now, Guesty gets the... Daz celebrating. Daz knows. I think Daz knows that that's enough, possibly, for McLaren to win the Constructors. Oh, Supra having a bit of an accident coming out the final corner. Jacques Chajard in 9th. So Williams just not quite enough in that final race. And we'll pause it there. Okay, because Jacques Chajard is in 9th. Alexis is a fair bit behind Jacques Chajard. So, Daz saying, "'Twas definitely the new McLaren livery behind the change in team fortune this season. Drivers were pretty handy too, I guess." They were. The change in livery to the Gulf livery from McLaren has really helped them. The Marlboro livery was out for this season, but then we had the Gulf livery. Well done, Jam, says Matt. Good comms, dude, as always. Thanks for the season. Nah, I think it was the livery, says Wolfbane in response to Daz. Thank you, everybody that has watched Formula X. But we need to go through the final results. And it was a win for Jam. In 2nd place was Wolfbane for McLaren. 3rd, Matt Psycho for Williams. 4th, Paleshi for Ferrari. 5th, Cthulhu. 4, Red Bull. 6th was Guesty for Mercedes. 7th was Daz for McLaren. 8th was Supra for Ferrari. 9th, Jacques Chajard for Williams. 10th, Alexis Maximus for Mercedes. 11th, Cinnamod for Alpine. 12th was GT Racer for Red Bull. And 13th was Bunnies for Aston Martin. And the fastest lap was set by Jam on a 1:33.354. Congratulations, Jam, says Mama Sykes. Well done, Matt. Thanks, Jam, and well done, guys. But before we go, we need to have a look at the standings for Formula X season number 3. So, it was incredibly tight in a lot of positions. So, let's see what happened after that final race. Matt Psycho, as we know, is the champion. He has 186 points for Williams. Second was Wolfbane for McLaren with 152 points. That win for Jam puts him up into third and leapfrogs Daz. So Alpine driver has got 139 points. Fourth was Daz with 134 points for McLaren. Fifth, Supra for Ferrari, Fifth, Cthulhu with 123 points. Sixth, Supra with 116 points for Ferrari. Seventh, Digital Blasphemy for Mercedes with 92 points. Paleshi, 8th for Ferrari, 77 points. 9th, Jacques Jajar with 74 points for Williams. 10th was Guesty with 72 points. 11th, Alexis Maximus with 65 points. 12th, Cinemod for Alpine with 49 points. 13th, Noxie for Aston Martin with also 49 points. 14th, GT Racer with 48 points. Bunnies in 15th for Aston Martin with 29. Then we have Tiger with 25 points. Pat for Aston Martin with 18. Jim for Williams with 3 points. Digweed with 2. And Dawes with 0 points at the bottom. The team championships was incredibly close. McLaren win the title in season 3. It shows. Finishing last in the season before gets you the title. They've done a Red Bull by getting 259 points. Williams second with 252 points. So only 7 points in it in the end. Ferrari third with 205 points. Fourth, Alpine with 191 points. Fifth, Mercedes with 173 points. Sixth, Red Bull with 170 points. And seventh is Aston Martin. Thank you everybody for watching Formula X. Thank you everybody that's competed in Formula X. Thank you everybody that has had any part in Formula X. Team principals, commentators, drivers, everything. We are going to have a little break in the winter for Formula X. However, there is a new championship coming to the Sunday Night League that will be announced on our Discord. It's something very exciting. All I will say to you, as a little bit of a tease, is touring cars. There's a bit of a tease. Touring cars is the tease. Now, we are back live on Sunday night with the Blue Moon Bay 2 hours. It's in a different format to what we had originally planned. More details will go on Discord, so we will be live on Sunday night. But before then, we have the finale of the Porsche Cup. It is a 3-way fight for the championship there. So please join us again tomorrow night with the Porsche Cup. As I say, thank you everybody that has watched these videos. Please like, share, subscribe. The guys drive these cars, they enjoy it, and I think everybody should see it. I really do. It's a brilliant championship. Thank you everybody that's made it, as I say. Thank you, Daz, for your comments, kind comments there. Top performance, organisation and commentary, buddy. Been one hell of a season, says Wolfbane. Thanks for it all, Jam, and congrats again. And Matt Cycle says, well done, McLaren, well deserved. The only thing that makes it worth doing is everybody competing, everybody driving. I mean, no. There's a lot of work that goes into it, but it's all worth it in the end for races like this. Not just saying it just because, you know, SNL Jam won, but it is great fun. As I say, join us again tomorrow night for the finale of the Porsche Season 3 Cup. I could have said that bit better. Could have maybe said Porsche Cup Season 3 finale. But there we go. We're going out live. It's been a long day. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for joining me. Good night.